To learn from and to grow. Dealing with emotions to create decisions that it show. I need a lesson. I need a lesson. I need a lesson. Lessons learned. Everyone has a lesson. Whether it's good or bad, you can learn from it. Happy Father's Day! The Oxford Learner's definition is a day devoted to fathers in the annual calendar following the third Sunday in June. This day can be spent with barbecues, reunions, fun activities, and much more. My father and I live in different states, but we do try to talk to each other. I've always been a daddy's girl, but we've had some rough patches in the past. Me being me. I did some things, a young girl would do. But now that I'm a woman, I can gladly say that it taught me a lot of things. You need to let go. Just let go of everything. It feels so much better if you release than hold the tension. It's almost like you're at the gym. Well, not now, but it's almost like you're doing home workouts, let's say that. And you're planking for 1 minute. It doesn't feel right after, that 50 seconds. Like you feeling yourself shaking and you feel your abs hurting. You just want to let go. Basically, it's almost that same thing. Let go. Like if you feel that tension, just let go. It's easy to forgive, but don't forget, I have a few guests on here. Oh, you guys are probably like, whose baby picture is that? Well, it's one of my good friends, Allison, with her father. She explains the fun memories she had with her dad at live shows. And her dad even came on the show to talk about it. I'm so grateful for that, but keep listening to hear that story. I have a couple of guests sharing their memories and explaining what Father's Day means to them.
Father's Day means to me to recognize fathers of all the good that they do in people's lives. Even people who aren't fathers, technically, it could be a father figure. It could be an older brother, something like that, or even moms, you know what I mean, parents. Definitely. Because they, single moms and stuff, they're a father figure to other people. So I think it's more of recognizing what they do and knowing that how much they do towards us in a father perspective. I have really good memories with my dad. My dad doesn't live in the same state as me, so we don't talk as much, and we grew up, me and my sister, we grew up and we're our own person now. But one thing I do remember, when I was 8th grade or so, my dad used to cut my hair a lot. And I remember we would always cut my hair on a Wednesday or something. And we would always cut my hair at his apartment. And then after we would go get ice cream or cookies or something at this little like cookie place. And I remember loving that because I remember I loved to get ice cream. And it's kind of funny now because now like I'm lactose intolerant, so like I can't even like eat ice cream like that. Like I used to eat so much ice cream, and now I just can't. I can't do it. But yeah, I remember that. I liked doing that because that was fun. It was like something to look forward to every week. So that was a good memory. I liked doing that, and I liked when he I liked visiting him at the store when he used to going in the back and just walking through the office and just sitting in his like chair, and then I would just talk to him and be like, "Where's my dad?" And he'd be like, "Oh, he's in his sales floor." I'm like, "Okay," and I would just like sit in his office. Like I missed that. That was fun because you just feel like the shit, and you're just like, like I'm just gonna go in the back here and just sit down. I'm the boss's son. I can sit here. Like, you better not say shit to me.
Father's Day to me is honoring your father, giving back to everything he's given to you. Being a father to me, I have no idea what it's like, but it seems to me it's a balance of work and family. And my dad tried to balance that as best he could. And a memory I have of my dad is standing there alone on the sidewalk while he resuscitated my crossing guard. And he's a nurse, and I still can't get over that. I don't want to make him seem like it was just a memory I have, and
How did that make you feel, like, with that memory?
mixed up. But he always had a real strong sense of duty and family, and he always provided for me, and I don't want to take away from that. And I love my dad, and I just want to measure up to how he lives life and his sense of duty. Even through this whole pandemic thing, his whole thing in the nursing community was, I want to give back to the greater good, and I really valued that.
That's good. That's really good.
That's it.
Father's Day. What Father's Day means to me is just appreciation for, for your pops, for your dad, for Father's Day. I gotta show appreciation to my dad, because even though things kind of separated when I was like 17 and whatnot, right before I was 18, it was just like a hectic year, but it been decaying for a little bit. They just weren't meant to be together. It wasn't bad, it wasn't like crazy, it was just like two completely different people. Basically, even though like everything fell apart, he still wants to be there for the kids and for me and my brothers, and like still there for the house. Like he's still trying, even though he's not there, he comes around and like gives us tips, and like I'm still learning to this day from this guy. You know what I mean? Like, and when I need help, like trying to pick up things that like needs work, like I am Mr. Fix It at the house. He was Mr. Project and Fix It. Like he had projects to change the house and update and do things. My dad, I learned how to like take things apart, how to diagnose things, troubleshoot. I'm an ill troubleshooter. I'm not the best, but like a lot of situations I end up in, I could troubleshoot. That's not the problem. This might be the problem. And I could like, it came to the point where I just break things down to a like, the problem might not be this, but I have a general idea of like what it could be, and I just had to get to the problem.
And
like,
you learned that mainly from your father.
Yeah, like growing up, he'll be working on his car. Yeah. Like I said, he had mad projects in the house, and freaking, like, that's why I know how to do electrical shit. It's just
So
like,
you're grateful for that?
I'm grateful for it. Like I learned a lot. It's nothing bad. I learned a lot from this guy, man. And to this day, like he still helped me out, just give me guidance and whatnot. It's not about like always being a unit, but if he gives you your path, and you know what I mean, like it's good that you have a father figure. But yeah, let's just learn about having a father. At least you got to at least show guidance. If you have kids, like show them a path. Like you had to go get the answer someplace else, and like he was there to give me some good answers and guidance on like how to do things kind of alright. Now I mean, it's not perfect, but like
Nothing's perfect.
having a guideline, a baseline, a foundation of things.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Thanks.
So what does Father's Day mean to you guys?
I like Father's Day for making traditions go on to the next generation, and letting her know all the stuff that I thought was cool when I was a kid, and trying to do a bunch of the cool stuff that he did with us. Snowboarding and skiing, we haven't done in a couple of years, but that's another thing that we exclusively do as a father-daughter thing, because Mom refuses to try to learn how to
Yeah,
ski.
she tried and she doesn't really like it.
She'd rather spend money on shopping, doing whatever, instead of...
Yeah, I mean, she's got the outlook of, well, I don't want to spend money on it if I don't like it, because it is an expensive hobby.
To get all the equipment and to buy all the crap, and then to finally go, and you got to take a day off from work, and it's a 2-hour ride each way.
Yeah.
And then you got to deal with the crowds and all the whatever's going on with it. And if you're not into it, it doesn't take long before it sucks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like a time commitment thing. Like, if you're not in it, get out.
Yeah, definitely. It's not for everybody, but people that like it a lot.
The live music thing
Yeah.
Another big thing. When she was a newborn, we were taking her to festivals and taking her to shows and taking her all over the place. And then it kind of just stayed going. And
Because I was such an awesome baby.
basically. And then it kind of calmed down in the last few years because of college and because of everybody's had crap going on, and we had grandparents that were dying of cancer. And it was all a big crazy mess for the last 2 or 3 years. So now we're just trying to get everything back on track.
It's also been more than just going to shows together. It's been working at shows together too since for the last, what has it been now, Dad? 5 years or so that we've been both doing the summer music series together?
It's been like 6 or 7. So, yeah, we work
for a while.
volunteer at the Lowell Summer Music Series, but we get paid. So we get to meet the bands, we get to set up and break down, and there's a lot of mainstream radio type bands that we've worked with and done a couple times.
Yeah, groups like Michael Fronte and the Revivalists. I'm trying to think of some of the younger crowd-oriented groups that we've done.
And we set it up from nothing. There's absolutely nothing on the stage to full speakers and amps and all the wiring and all the whole 9 yards of the show. And then the show goes on, and then we break it all down and make it like nobody was even there.
That's awesome.
Like it never happened.
That's awesome because you guys have that bond too to work together from, you know, the foundation to up. Like when you guys are at the
definitely
series, like that's amazing, you know.
Well,
it's been a blast, especially since he was good enough to drive me when I started there as a volunteer, because the first year I was volunteering solo and he was just my ride.
Yeah.
Because I was a sophomore in high school. There was no way to get me there myself, but he knew I was interested in the behind the scenes work involved in live productions.
Definitely.
One of my really good friends for a long time is the guy who runs the whole operation.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an in too, because it's usually not a high school gig.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
No, I was definitely the youngest one there for sure.
I know sound recording engineers at UMass Lowell that are trying to get into that gig, so that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's a hard gig to get.
It is.
That's usually what they
sought after
for is the sound tech guys, and it's one of their last things they do before they graduate.
Yes.
And she's been doing it since, like you said, sophomore year in high school, so she got a huge jump on all that stuff.
Definitely.
And she got exposed to a ton of stuff. It's every summer. So this summer we had a crazy lineup.
First summer off since 2013.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about that with the coronavirus going on?
Totally sucks, but it's better than getting sick.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm on the caution side still.
Yeah,
for sure. And we're also geared towards an older audience. You know, a higher risk audience.
Definitely.
Working at that venue, so from even just the humanitarian outlook aside, it probably wouldn't be worth it from a ticket sales perspective either.
Definitely. What do you guys think it's going to be like in the future with like shows and everything?
I think it's changed forever. I think there's always going to be the people that are like the rebels, and I don't have to wear a mask, and I'm not those kind of guys. And
the longer people don't want to follow the rules.
And then there's going to be the people that don't want to go anymore at all, that are scared away from it 100%, and not going to take the chance and watch it.
A lot of what I've read online is that at the very least, general admission will be changed forever.
Never miss a Sunday night. Sunday night shows are always the best.
Wow.
No matter who the band is.
That's
because
awesome.
They're like, everybody who's here came out on a Sunday because they really like us, and they really,
they're out on a work night.
We're gonna give them a rocking show, so all the people that are like, oh, it's on Sunday, I can't go, they're gonna bum out, and when they see the set list and see what the kind of show it was, they're gonna be like, I should have gone, I can't believe they played that, and they did this, and they did whatever. But that's
all
true
the cool
for any
stuff
band.
happens on Sunday.
We get to learn about all the behind the scenes crap, and a lot of it's total
the crap,
BS.
the drama, all of it.
But all in all, you guys learned a lot together.
Definitely.
Yep. She's all we got. It's her and
Only child.
Oh, you're the only
all they
child.
got poured on me.
Oh man.
it's a house full of girls. It's Allison and Violet. Violet's her golden retriever sister.
Yep.
And then me and Mom. And
his mom too.
And Grandma. That's it.
Full of girls.
So my dad and all his ladies.
Yep.
Yeah,
Family's
so
whittling
Dad, you're
down.
definitely the man of the house.
Yep.
That's for sure.
That's it. Being her father's the best thing ever. And having the memories is awesome.
And I got the best dad.
She keeps on saying she's never having kids and whatever, but
I've been saying that less.
I could care less if she does or not, but if she does, I want her to be able to tell her kids all the cool stuff that she learned through me.
I've changed the narrative to I don't want kids right now. Give me a break. We'll see.
I'm just saying. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But if it does,
Yeah.
I would tell them all the cool stuff that I taught you.
That's
Definitely.
awesome. Oh my god.
You gave me a lot of cool stories to tell.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much, and happy Father's Day.
Hey,
Happy
thanks.
Father's Day. Thank you too.
Thank you for listening, and please check back for more episodes.